History is filled with geniuses who shaped humanity, yet very few have left marks in as many fields as Leonardo da Vinci. He was not only a painter, but also an engineer, anatomist, inventor, and philosopher. His life stands as proof of how a human being, refusing to be confined to a single discipline, can transcend boundaries through the power of imagination. For Da Vinci, the world was a book of mysteries waiting to be solved. He studied the aerodynamics of a bird's wing, the emotional depth of a woman's face, and the rhythm of flowing water with the same intensity. His notebooks were sacred pages where scientific diagrams and poetic observations met. This reminds us of one truth: knowledge is not fragmented. It is achieved through a holistic vision. Leonardo was born in 1452 in the village of Anciano, Italy. His father, noticing his extraordinary talent for drawing, sent him at the age of 14 to apprentice under Andrea del Verrocchio, a renowned artist supported by the Medici family. Verrocchio trained him not only in painting, but also in sculpture, engineering, and metalwork. When Da Vinci is mentioned, the first works that come to mind are undoubtedly the immortal masterpieces Mona Lisa and The Last Supper. Yet his paintings are not merely aesthetic wonders, they are also products of scientific observation. The refraction of light, human anatomy, the psychological depth of facial expressions, all of these appear as hidden scientific discoveries within his art. Leonardo developed innovative techniques in light, perspective, and anatomy, revolutionizing artistic practice. Later in life, he served the Duke of Milan, Ludovico Sforza, for 17 years, working on various architectural and engineering projects. Thus, beyond art, his scientific investigations drew great attention. Among his earliest contributions is the angel figure he painted in the Baptism of Christ, a work completed in Verrocchio's workshop. Leonardo's soft lines and subtle details in this figure stand in sharp contrast to his master's harder, more angular style. Here, one can already see traces of his unique sfumato technique and his knowledge of anatomy. What made Leonardo exceptional was his insatiable curiosity. He watched birds in flight for hours, dissected human bodies to uncover their secrets, and sketched the movement of water. Each new observation opened the door to another discovery in his mind. For him, knowledge was not an end point, but an endless journey. His greatest secret was seeing no separation between science and art. For him, painting was an act of observation, while engineering was the deciphering of nature's language. Thus, he imagined like an artist and measured like a scientist. His work spanned hydraulics, mathematics, astronomy, and botany. Yet his focus often wandered. On the back of a page containing a brilliant mechanical design, he once scribbled a shopping list. Even with his most famous work, Mona Lisa, he labored for years without calling it finished. In one of his notes, he confessed to God, "Tell me, will I ever accomplish a single thing?" His notebooks remain a time capsule for the modern world. Sketches of helicopters, diving suits, war machines, and bridges. Dreams far ahead of his century. Many of these designs would only come to life hundreds of years later. Leonardo da Vinci's artworks stand as some of the greatest reflections of Renaissance art and science. His sfumato technique, anatomical precision, and mastery of composition made his paintings timeless. Yet paradoxically, he completed relatively few projects. His mind moved so quickly from one idea to the next that he rarely finished what he started. But this was not a flaw. It was proof of the boundless nature of human curiosity. When he died in 1519 in France, he left behind unfinished works and enigmatic notebooks. While his genius was not fully recognized in his own time, today it is clear that his thoughts belonged to centuries yet to come. Da Vinci's life reminds us of this. Curiosity is the engine of progress. Watching birds led him toward aviation, studying the human body toward modern medicine, tracing the flow of water toward hydrodynamics. His meaning for humanity is this: a mind that never ceases to question can illuminate even the farthest future. Today, art and science are often seen as separate, yet Da Vinci proved that they are two faces of the same truth. In his paintings, he fused anatomical precision with psychological depth. In his engineering designs, he preserved aesthetic beauty. His perspective taught humanity that true creativity emerges when disciplines meet beyond their borders. Leonardo da Vinci taught us one thing above all: the limits of the human mind are drawn only by curiosity. He was the figure who united art and science, imagination and reality. His legacy continues to inspire, reminding us what true genius really means. Da Vinci is, in truth, a mirror of humanity. In his life, we see our own instincts to learn, to imagine, to create, and even to fail. Looking at his story, we find the curious child, the questioning mind, and the dreaming soul within ourselves. That is why Da Vinci is not merely a historical figure, but the embodiment of human potential. His meaning for humanity goes far beyond his works. He is a universal teacher whispering across centuries. Do not fear to dream, do not cease to question, and always build bridges between worlds. Even today, his legacy reminds us of what the human mind and spirit can achieve.